what is a win that you had this week? No win is too big or too small, like, especially during times like these.
This week?
You know what your win is.
Yeah, you know what your win is. I quit my job. That was a win.
Hell yeah.
All about quitting jobs over here.
Yeah, that was definitely a win. It was one of the things where it's like, you know it's time to leave. And you know when you have nothing that you can get out of the job. I couldn't give them anything. So I've been in my 2 weeks and was like, I'm going to focus on doing something that I like doing, that I'm good at, rather than sitting somewhere and making somebody else money for something I'm miserable at. So, yeah. My win was happiness.
My one was I'm almost finished with this client who's trying to publish his book, and I'm learning how protected people are over their art. Being an editor is almost harder than being a writer. You have to pull things out of people and sway people who are being overprotective of their art. Like, I'm trying to help you. You do not need a novel on the back of your book if you want to read. Like, do not put a novel summary on the back of your book, or they're like, oh, the back has too many words. Why am I going to read the inside of this book?
I mean, I am one of those people. I can't say anything. If there's too much going on the back, I don't have time to read. I need a snapshot.
I feel like the back of the book is like 2 pages. It's a novel in the back.
This book looks needy, so
Exactly. And like, if you're gonna take 10 years to get to the fucking point, I feel like that's how the book is gonna be as well.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk.
What's your win this week? Well, your birthday.
My birthday, I made it to 28. I thought I was gonna be part of that 27 club. Definitely thought that. So being alive to see 28 is pretty fucking cool.
Yes.
I'm gonna open this blueberry one.
We went to a couple of events that were selling wines. All these wines that you see are from PA, and yes, and they give me shit too. I could sell some wine.
Wait, hold on. Blueberry mellow. Let me read. No, there's nothing else. There's no further.
No further information.
Be Kind Winery.
Yeah, it's got a real cute honeycomb.
In Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah. Anybody else want the blueberry one?
I'll take some down here. We're gonna try it.
Go and pass it down.
All right, Lindsay, what was your win?
Somewhere. I don't know what.
My win was waking up to see another
Hell
day.
yeah, we're both alive.
Right.
I always say
You
that.
two had like great ass fucking things. Me and her just like, we're alive.
No lie. I woke up this morning, which is great because I always say like we usually go to all these and get crab-legs, right? That's my
Sounds
guilty pleasure.
Oh my god, that's
It's
actually good.
crab-legs.
It definitely doesn't tell you how much, like, what is in it. Like, what is
It's
blueberry.
very so.
It tastes like a blueberry honey muffin.
Now that you said it, now it tastes honey.
What's a honey muffin?
I don't know.
You put honey on a blueberry muffin.
I've never had that before, but that sounds very good.
That sounds
All I taste is like fucking raw honey, which I love,
Yeah.
and then blueberries.
I don't even taste the blueberry.
Yes.
I don't honey so much now.
But I like honey, so I'm not mad about it.
Mm-mm.
I put honey in my tea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid move. Lubricates.
I drink ginger. I introduced them to ginger and lemon tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I put honey in it and a little bit of sugar.
That is a hangover. Well, it's not really a hangover cure, so before your hangover.
Ginger is really good for your stomach. So like so I used to go into work fucked up all the time. Like all the fucking time. And I had a little bag of ginger candies in my desk that some old lady brought in for me because I came in sick all the time. And she's like, "Oh, honey, these are for your tummy. You're just so upset."
Were they called tummy drops? Because we use
No,
those.
they were just candied ginger. And this woman changed my fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, I would eat a couple of them and I'd be like, wow.
And you'd be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for the whole day.
Because I usually get these things called tummy drops off of Amazon, and they're like peach ginger
That
drops.
sounds good. I just eat them like candy.
But the one day I couldn't get them or whatever. I went to CVS and I found the little ginger candies. And I had them up there, and Daddy's over there just popping them like, I thought they were just regular ass candies. They're delicious.
They
Because I drink ginger tea and I cook with ginger.
I love ginger. But like
Yeah.
the candy ginger, there's something fucking magical.
They tell
If
you
you
to bring it
drink
on a
some ginger
cruise.
tea, like if you drink some ginger tea, like before you, like when you wake up and when you go to sleep, like you'll be okay the next day. Like I have enough ginger in me at any given time that they're like, you cook with ginger and you drink ginger. Like it. I thought I ordered one box. I ordered one box of 8 from Amazon. One box of 8
But
boxes.
you'll never run out now.
Exactly.
It's not like you're not gonna go through them. You will.
I don't know why this reminded me of the one day you texted me before kickball and you're like, I got some tea for you. And in my head I'm like, she's got a cup of tea for me. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get to kickball and I get to have this cup of tea. Like, and then I get there and you're like, let's talk about this bitch. I'm like, I'm like that kind of tea.
It's like, oh.
I'm like, let me curb my disappointment
bad.
for not
My
getting
bad.
actual cup of tea.
But
I was
also,
ready to sip the
when you say
liquids.
herbal tea, there is like you can take can butter or some
You
kind
can,
of
yeah.
cannabis oil and put it in butter.
Mm-hmm.
We should
Not
just,
butter, but into tea.
Mhm.
Is what I'm
let's
saying.
just take it one step further and we can just do ayahuasca instead.
Hoochie, what?
You can become self-actualized having ayahuasca. That's like a form of DMT. It's like what
I heard that just
Tibetan
recently.
monks do it as like in the
Yeah,
ceremony. You
yeah.
become like self-actualized at the end of it.
What is that?
You see your whole life just in
Oh,
front of you.
yeah, I'm good.
It's like
I don't want.
it's like a whiteboard, and you just see your whole life.
I don't want to see that. I feel like that would scare me.
It's a great time.
I feel like it would scare me. To see my whole.
I mean, you throw up.
Oh, what?
You
Wait.
throw up.
Yeah, no. That's my one thing I hate. Oh, that nope. Mm-mm.
Just one step of the journey.
I'm still not. I still haven't fully actualized shrooms, so we haven't even gotten there yet. I'm like, nah.
Those are also
Yeah, pretty much. You can ready to fall asleep if you are.
Mm-mm.
Just don't lean this way, because you know.
you can leave this
I'm
way.
not gonna fall up the
You
seat.
That's the one thing I was afraid of when I got stools. I was like, they don't want to come back. So what if someone falls off of
That's their own fault.
that?
They stop
I
at
am a
their own
fallen
risk.
ass person. I will fall.
Yeah.
My parents, this was my housewarming party. I actually have to, I found some type of cleaner on Amazon that will clean the watermarks off of them.
Oh,
So you
tight.
can, you know, so it's like, okay.
That works.
So there's no way to pivot to the next
Pivot.
to any
There's
of these.
no way. There's no way to get there. So we're just
I'm
gonna.
just gonna go to like we're just gonna go for it. Like the next topic is bisexuality and disclosure. Should you be required to? Well, I'm glad that we're talking about this again because I actually have a similar situation that recently happened with someone.
So, in my own personal experience, I didn't feel the need to disclose. I still don't feel the need to disclose. But with Dustin, I got fucked up one night, like drunk off my fucking ass, came home, and I was like crying. I was like, I like girls. He's like, I fucking know. He was just like, it's not a surprise to anybody around you.
But what if the other person is uncomfortable with it? Like they've been courting you for months and months and months,
So
and then they find
I-
out you like both men and women.
I see that it would be a problem more for women with bisexual boyfriends. Because I always feel like gay men are way more stigmatized. Like, I feel like if I told any dude, like, yeah, I like girls too, they'd be like, fuck yeah.
Right.
They'd be like, hell yeah.
But there's
Yeah.
also
Because in
that-
your mind you're
there's
thinking threesome.
There's also
automatic.
stigma
Like,
attached to it the minute you say, oh, no, it's going to lead to guts, then the guts get freaked out.
Yeah, so, but also, I think it's worse for gay or bi dudes, like, coming out to their girlfriends. I think it's worse. I really do think it's worse. Because, I don't know, I just feel like
I see where you're
gay or
at.
bi women are sexualized
Right.
and like almost like low key celebrated. Like I wouldn't say celebrated because it's obviously still like a problem with people, blah blah blah. But
Right.
like I feel like gay men are just like,
So what should you disclose to someone, like, when you're in a dating / getting to know each other's face?
okay, if somebody clearly seems to have a problem with the LGBT community, yeah, then you might want to open your mouth because you also, first off,
Like, you don't talk finances at that point. You don't. Like,
But I feel like if you're,
I got
like,
a
say you're
401k,
dating
I
with
like
somebody.
vagina,
Yeah, but I mean, like, if they're saying, you know, I go to church a lot or whatever, you know, if something clicks to let you know, oh, well, if I say this, they might not.
But
You know.
I rather.
But also, if you hear something like that, then that's the end of the day.
I
It's
like to read
all
my
right, well,
Bible. I eat the pussy like groceries. I like to go to the grocery store on Tuesdays. That's me in a nutshell.
But it's like I
So you'd be like, wait, pivot back to that second
What
bullet
about
on your
the groceries? You want to hear more about the groceries? No. I want to hear more about that other part.
That's kind of like the pegging situation when you were like, oh, such and such, like, pegging. I was like,
Oh yeah. Oh, that's still on my bucket list. Oh, still on my bucket list.
But see, that's another. That goes back to what you were saying about
Pegging?
gay men.
Pegging.
Like,
Straight
right,
men get pegged.
right. But it's such a thing. Like, everybody, oh my god. Well, if you're straight and you like that, that makes you.
Their G-spot is in their fucking
Thank
asshole.
you. Thank you.
Like,
I don't get it. I'm just confused. I'm like, isn't the whole point to get the most pleasure out of whatever you're doing? And why is that a problem?
so with something like that though,
And besides, it's in your bedroom. It's not like you gotta advertise that you.
you know
You know what I mean? Like, it's not
oh,
something that you.
people talk, and I think
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
what, like,
yeah, but I'm like, you shouldn't be ashamed of that. So what? Like,
yeah, I like a bunch of fucked up shit, and that's why you have to like ease in to that conversation. You don't go straight. Yeah, you ease into it. You ease into
I
it.
cannot.
It takes training and
Lots of lube and practice.
I'm not talking about games. I'm talking about practice. But it's like, but you gotta have an open communication. I think that if you're taking somebody seriously, you should disclose the parts of yourself.
Right. That's all I was gonna say.
You find important.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I feel like it's at its own pace. If you feel comfortable saying it straight out the gates, fucking say it straight out the gates. If
Right.
you don't, I don't think there should be any problem with you waiting.
Right.
Unless there's like something like coming attached to it that could be a problem. But I don't know. I don't see anything with bisexuality. I don't see any problem with not disclosing it right off the bat.
Yeah, like
I'd
if you're just like on the first date.
regardless.
Exactly.
I'd rather someone disclose that right off, you know, the bat of me.
Oh, see, I don't feel comfortable doing it.
No, just so I'm not blindsided.
Because they might just like you just because of that on the flip side.
I just don't like how the conversation goes after I disclose it.
And that makes you just like the person
Exactly.
and you're getting to know them.
And like I feel like if I have like a connection with somebody,
And then you say that they're gonna say something that's gonna make you
something out of
uncomfortable.
pocket, like
But I also feel like that kind of shows who they are a little
I
bit.
know, but I like to
It's
fantasize
too
that people
early.
are the way that I want them to be, and then when they're not, I'm like, fuck.
I mean, it is. I'd rather peel that Band-Aid off right off the rip. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
see.
but see, when I say right off the rip, I don't mean like first date. I mean like, you know,
Yeah.
third, fourth. You know, once you know that you want to go on a second, third, fourth date. Not like we went for coffee and
Hey, I like
yeah, like you know.
I see that you like your coffee with cream. I like my coffee without
With
cream.
pussy.
But sometimes I like it with cream too. I decide.
No, sometimes, like I'm
You
not.
like tea, I like coffee.
I'm
Sometimes
just trying
I
to see if we're
mix tea and
compatible at
coffee.
all at that
Like,
point.
speaking of compatibility, some people have preferences, which makes dating even harder in today's society, and they
Fetishes.
create biases when dating, which is like another layer. Like, I'll never forget when I had someone that was like, "Oh, we have really cute biracial babies on the
That
second
still blows
date,"
my
and I'm
mind.
like, "That? How do we get there? Like, this is like a second date."
One, back up, white boy.
What?
Real talk, like, I didn't say I wanted kids.
Calm your nuts.
And reel that back in a little bit.
Yeah, it's a fucking fetish, and it's like,
There's fetishes for like everything. There's some people that only date people with red hair. Like,
Mhm.
there's someone out there for everyone. But when you're like fetishing for like race, I'm some
I
men.
only date
There's some men that was like,
black women, or I only. It's like it's so
Sorry, we
weird.
date black men. That's
Like
"Well,
that's
I only
a-
want to date a
it's-
Latino woman so we can have a half and half bait." Like, why?
I've heard that.
cute
Like
kid,
people
like,
really
it's
date
fucked up.
according to what they think their
A
children
cute
are gonna come out.
kid.
And also,
I don't
like,
want
they
no dark
sit
ass
there-
babies.
But see, and like,
I've heard that.
there's a difference
Like,
between like having like things that you like and then lusting after things, but having no respect for the actual culture
Right.
or process
Yeah,
or
because
anything.
there's a couple of
You want the-
males
you want the
out
look.
here
You want the
that
shit
you don't-
hustling.
yeah, you
that
don't-
only
mhm.
criticizes over having a white woman over a black woman because a black woman has too much attitude or whatever, but a white woman, they get what they want with
that's
ease.
what they say. And I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, people are people. So I don't know where you're getting your facts from, sir. I think that's something in here.
It's just the type of people that they go after, and then they get it in their mind that
That they
it's-
generalize like that's
it's that.
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's that group of people. And that's whack. Like, how do you generalize a whole group of people?
Mhm.
Easy when you don't have to feel the fucking struggles that they go through.
Yeah.
It's easy.
You know, it's like, people just check out. Like, I don't, oh, well, that's going to be hard. Why? Why do you think that that's going to be? It's only harder if you've chosen the wrong person.
Exactly.
It's hard, like, you're saying, oh, I don't date black women because they're angry. Well, the one that you had that experience with was probably angry.
And
And what
maybe because your own dumbass fucking
You made her mad. What did you do, sir? What did you do?
You're saying she's angry. What did you do?
If you
to
did the
prevent
same thing to a white woman or another, it'd probably be the same outcome. So don't
Yes,
try
that's
to, like you probably deserved it. Like that's,
And
it's
it's
so
just
weird.
but then they have like zero respect for like I said, anything with the culture, anything to like learn anything.
Right.
And then like from my perspective, the amount of times I get called a suicide girl in a week makes me want to fucking punch things. Like, holy shit. First off, what made you think that was appropriate? Me with my
Right.
angry ass face sitting at a bar by myself. I am by myself for a reason.
Right. Like
You don't want to test me.
And then people come up to me and they're like, pink hair, got it. Nose rings, got it. Covered in tattoos, weird personality vibes going on. Hey, you look like a suicide girl. You're asking to get stabbed. Like, like straight.
Sounds like you want to get. Sorry, it sounds like you want to get stabbed. You want to get stabbed? I got knives.
It's just like, it's always normie ass fucking men, too.
Mm-hmm.
And they usually always start the conversation either with that comment, which pisses me off, and then because it immediately connects what I look like to something sexual.
Right.
And that's not at all why I
It's
look the way
like,
I look.
hello, how are you? Would be great.
Exactly. And
That would
like,
be great. Can we just start there? You don't.
well, it's just like with what they said. The dude came at her with something inherently sexual straight out the gates. You're connecting her race with something sexual. You're connecting what my appearance is like with something sexual.
Yeah.
Like,
And a lot of guys, they're deflecting. I think that's the word I'm looking for, because they have projecting
Yeah.
because they have a lot of issues that they're going on.
Yeah.
Like, for example, a lot of people see only date light skinned women. Meanwhile, you're dark skinned, your mom's dark skinned, and you're like, maybe the grass is greener on the other side. I don't want my kid to go through the same struggle that I went through. Type
And the
situation.
thing is, some of these things they say that they struggle with aren't really even struggle. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't date dark skinned women because I remember what my mom went through.
Okay. So you're making
What are
it
you
worse.
talking about? I'm like, first of all, here's the problem.
So you're perpetuating the
His
issue.
mother wasn't even dark skinned. Like she was just black. Like she was. I mean, she never hid. There was
Thank you.
no question that she was black. You know what I'm saying? She was light skinned, but she it wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to pass. And I'm like, your father's dark. What struggle did you grew up in the suburbs? You
It's
went to private
internalized,
school. Like, and then his next excuse was, oh, well, the black girls don't, they didn't pay me no attention.
And
Did you
there
try?
are a lot of black men who consider themselves nerds and they're out there and they're like, oh,
nobody's
You
gonna
got
be
one
into
right
what I'm
upstairs.
into.
They're like, oh, I can't get a girl because I'm weird, or I'm a nerd and I'm black, or I'm into this because that's
I
a
still live
crush.
with my mom.
Well, no.
Okay, that's a big one.
with
No, a lot of people are hiding behind the fact they're like, oh, I'm a nerd, or I'm into this, or I'm different. That's
And
why
that's
black
why-
women don't want to do
right.
it. Because
Oh,
all black
fuck
women
off.
are the same.
Fuck off.
They're snowboarding
Okay.
and like skateboarding, and like stuff that in his mind he said, oh well, if I were to date a black girl, she wouldn't be in that. They're
That's
not
just
into
making
stuff like that.
assumptions,
I said,
yeah.
you don't know. I know plenty of black people that snowboard. Like, and why is that a deal breaker? Like, don't you want somebody that's different? Like,
That's
maybe
already
she
like setting up. It's setting that fucking decision up to just be turned down immediately. Like
Right.
you're putting it in your head immediately that like, yeah, you know, like even if somebody does come up and does show me like interest in what I'm talking about or doing,
and y'all click.
exactly,
You gonna shut it down just
Yeah.
because.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. You could be missing out on like your soulmate because of this mental thing that you got. That's so dumb.
Oh, that brings up like an interesting thing. Do y'all actually believe in soulmates?
Nope.
One singular soulmate or multiple soulmates?
No.
I think you have multiple.
I believe in fairy tales, and gumdrops and roses.
Anyways, I think that
I believe in
Yeah.
like I believe in
No, I believe in soulmates, but not in the sense that you only get one soulmate.
See, that's how I'm at too. Like, I think you have friend soulmates. I think you have people that are like meant
There's
to come in
different
your life.
categories of soulmates.
Right.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can get with
I
that.
believe in
because
that.
if you meet somebody and you're immediately just like,
You
oh
can't
my
have
God.
two romantic soulmates.
Yeah,
Like,
no. That's where I
that
was
means you
going
don't
with
like one of those.
You got
soulmates.
life lessons, and then you have your soul.
I believe that there are people that you come across in your life that are just like amazing.
Yeah.
And they're just
in an immediate.
yeah,
like,
you
click.
know
Meant to be.
we're
in your
gonna
life for
be
that.
friends for life because you made me feel better about myself. You know, I have amazing comfort. You know what I mean? Somebody
Exactly.
just boosts you up. Not even though it's not a relationship in the sexual sense, but it's just like, you know, your
Exactly,
ace.
it's a friend soulmate.
Yeah. You know,
I was trying to explain
it's kind of like
this.
beyond the best friend.
Exactly. I tried to explain this to somebody the other day. Like, when I meet people, like, I'm really fucking, like, closed off for a while. But, like, if I meet somebody and I immediately am just like, let me tell you everything about everything,
Right.
that's when I was like, oh, that's a good person.
Right.
Because, like, I don't want to talk to anybody. So, like, the
Mhm.
fact that I want to talk to, like, one person immediately after meeting them, I'm like, oh, that's a good one.
Mhm.
What makes you realize that a person is your person?
Just the automatic comfort
Yeah.
when being around them. Like, you don't feel like you gotta be anybody, you don't feel like you gotta, like, flex anything on anybody. Like, it's
You
just
can be weird around them and
Exactly.
not have to worry.
Automatic
Yeah.
comfort.
What's
that-
this person gonna think that you're
And
already
Yeah, like I can
with?
say something and even if it comes out weird
you
or
just go,
wrong,
okay.
they just go with it like, I know what you meant, it's fine. Or, you know, I show up at the door and my hair's standing all over my head and I look a mess. It's like,
And
girl,
it's
it's
Or
got-
you have a debate and you're like,
you're good. Like,
Yeah,
even though you
exactly.
don't agree.
even though you guys have different opinions,
Yeah.
you guys still can come to common ground.
Yeah, like,
Exactly.
yeah, we have differences,
My
but
whole
at the end of the day, there's nobody I'd rather argue with or, you know, conversate with than this
Yeah.
person.
For sure. And I feel like it's completely different with, like, friendships like that. And then, like, I personally don't think I've ever met, like, a romantic soulmate. I feel like I've met people that I'm just like, okay, yeah, I vibe with you. I don't think I've ever met, like, a romantic soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I don't know what that connection would feel like, but I feel like it has to be like something transcendent. At least I'm keeping that alive in my head. Like,
Right.
I feel like it like for me it's like the chemistry that I feel. With
Yeah,
that
you'll
person.
know it. Like, you'll know it.
for
Like,
sure. But on the opposite end, I
you
immediately
can't open
know
it and it's a twist off. It's not even a cork.
it took me a minute to get that blueberry one open too.
It's like, oh, this hurts. So like,
this hurts.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, I immediately know when I don't fuck with somebody upon meeting them.
Yeah.
Like immediately, if I don't fuck with somebody, it's hands down immediate.
And you know what's funny? Even the opposite, like you know when you meet somebody and they're just not for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Like I don't care for you.
I've met people and I immediately said, this person's a very nice person, but this person might ruin my life. Because this person don't got its stuff together, but this person checks some boxes that are really cool.
We all know what this person is.
Mm-hmm.
They like a fair food. Running amok on the daily.
Running amok. I'm done with you. You said running
No,
amok.
you just meet some people and you're like, I'm not going to talk to this person or pursue this person or continue pursuing this person because this person might ruin my life.
Yes.
All the wrong ways.
If you meet the wrong person, they will literally ruin your whole life. And like I feel like they will enjoy watching it. Fruity Pebbles?
No, it's not too cute.
Ah!
She saw the animal.
Is that a parrot?
But we gotta wrap up this segment real quick.
Okay.
So, pause. Are y'all finished with the last? No, you're not finished with the last one.
Hold on, one more sip.
Alright, hold on.
All right, so before I don't know if
Look
that
how
was
deep.
still.
I didn't realize this cup was deep until I was cooking.
This one's done.
I got onions in it,
Ew.
jalapenos
Oh.
in it. Like
So it's clean, is what I'm hearing.
it's
Yes.
hella clean. It's like I didn't realize it was this deep. Like
That's what she said.
How did you do it?
no, I injured myself. I don't know.
Poor brother. I told you we're gonna wrap you
In
in
my
that.
30s, I
The
don't
next
know.
Well, I
time
can
get
see why
something-
she said Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
I can
it's
see
a
it.
baby.
I would have said Margaritaville before anything. I just hear Jimmy Buffett.
I
So
just
we will
Never
introduce this.
in a cause.
You're a liar.
What the heck?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.